Okay, how to think more beautiful thoughts. It's very simple. It's all about your mental diet. And your mental diet is everything that you think about in your conscious mind. It's everything you consume. It's everything you read, everything you watch, everything you play. Okay? It's the people you surround yourself with. It's every thought you have. And the cool thing about your thoughts is that you can program your mind to give you the kind of thoughts you want, to give you positive, constructive, loving thoughts. And that's what we all want. Now there's a war going on. There's a war going on all around us. It's called the war for your attention. Hundreds of millions of dollars gets funneled towards scientists and data analysts to learn how to steal your attention. Right? And there's a thing for it. There's a word that's come up for a certain type of content that's being made. It's called brain rot. Short form, easy content. They just scroll away, doom scrolling, scroll away all those hours. And most of you will know how it feels when you've been scrolling on your phone for 3 hours and you get off it and you feel like shit. It's ridiculous. It fucking sucks. You're filling up your mind with poo. You don't want it there. There's a book I read called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill says that the devil loves drifters. And a drifter is somebody that kind of floats around in the wind. They have no intention. They have no intention towards life, no overarching goals in life, and they drift on their goals. They're constantly drifting along. And because drifters are always changing what they think about, they don't have a solid plan in their mind. So drifters leave empty spaces. And Napoleon Hill says the devil takes over those empty spaces in your mind. Right, and now if you're a drifter, there's so much brain rot everywhere. This is why there's all these false purposes around. This is why people get addicted to video games. Right, video games, well, not all video games, but a lot of video games, they masquerade as achieving goals. So, how do we actually get more beautiful thoughts? One, I'll start this off. Meditation. Meditation or mindfulness allows you to have more presence around the thoughts which you're having. Most of us are NPCs, in the terms that they don't realize there's an ego in their heads talking. Most people just don't realize. So by practicing mindfulness, you become more ready to catch these thought patterns which are happening in your mind, and a lot of them may be negative, and in that way you can actually starve negative thought patterns of attention. Where attention flows, energy goes. And by starving negative thought patterns of attention, they die. They begin to die. A lot of the things in our mind that we think about, thought patterns, personality, behaviors, it's like a spinning top. It's like a Beyblade. And the more energy you put into them, the longer they spin for. This is why traumas and things that make people angry stick around for so long, is because so much mental energy goes into these thoughts that they just spin and spin for a long time, and most people don't realize that they can let go of it and let it spin out and die. What else? Reading. Reading books is an amazing way to get more beautiful thoughts. Especially more towards self-help books and spirituality, because it's just straight information to help you. You can't go wrong with that. Podcast. There's a great podcast called Know Thyself by Andre Ducombe. Recommend that. Also, there are these meditations that I do called Wisdom from the Masters. Fantastic meditations. I've been doing them every day now, and they're great. So you get a mindfulness meditation, and then you get readings from selected texts, and we're talking about texts from Christianity, from Buddhism, and it's just wisdom, like amazing wisdom being put in your brain. It's fantastic. Highly recommend checking it out. Your friends are so important too. Guys, I'm very lucky to have a mentor that I get to be around with, and you know, he's what you'll say is successful, and by being around him, it's like a process of osmosis that you begin to absorb some of the qualities and the beliefs which has made them successful. I've had quite a lot of different friend groups throughout my life, and I can tell you guys, it's a night and day difference. It's just so obvious the way you actually absorb the qualities of the people you surround yourself with. I've been friends with very nerdy kind of people, and you know, no offense to them, you get a different perspective on life, and you get different values from them. I've been friends with, you know, I guess like maybe wannabe gangsters. They have their perspective of life, they have their pros and cons, but the point is you absorb what they are. And the question you might need to ask yourself is, do you want to be like the people you surround yourself with? The closer they are, the more you are going to become like them. And guys, we have these things in our brains called mirror neurons, and that literally means by watching them, our brain, literally just by watching them, observing them, our brain is recreating what they're doing. So it's osmosis. We just absorb them. So it cannot be underestimated how important it is. I've got friends. So there's this particular individual. No offense to him. He hasn't always been the best influence. And then I had a friend that decided to move into a flat with him. And what do you know? Despite my judgment, he went there, and you know, it just puts a hole in your life. It just puts a hole in it. And guys, this doesn't mean to be a hermit in a cave and sit there and meditate all day or read. There's so many art forms out there which are great, which are inspiring. There are video games out there which are inspiring. There's so many movies out there which are inspiring, and you know, and which give you life. So I realized in the past month I've been playing a game called Old School RuneScape. I've been playing the shit out of this fucking game. You know, it's not even that good of a game, but somehow it's been designed just to be so addicting. And because the nature of the game is that you need to invest a lot of time, and with a lot of time comes a lot of attention. So I'm focused on the game like this, and I'm watching a YouTube video at the same time trying to figure out about. What I've noticed is all I'm thinking about is the game. In my free time, I'm thinking about the game. If I'm going out for a walk with my dog, I'm thinking about the game. And this really annoyed me, because usually I would have video ideas flowing into my head, business ideas flowing into my head, you know, like beautiful empathetic thoughts flowing into my head, things that, you know, anticipating the future in a good way. And I was getting none of that. I'm just getting fucking bullshit. So this video is about your mental diet, and its importance to be intentional with what you are taking in. And that's it. That's how you do it. That's how you get more beautiful thoughts. Oh, and something else. Prayer. Oftentimes in prayer, I'll pray for the best things to happen to my friends and family. And even if you don't believe in God, these thoughts are still appearing, you know, are manifesting in your head. And your actions are going to begin to represent the goodwill of the prayers that you do for other people, right? Which is a beautiful thing. So everything you think about, your mind holds onto, and it keeps spinning. That spinning top keeps spinning. So meditate on love, pray about love. This is how you get more beautiful thoughts. Thank you for watching this video.